go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're back at it. We're back at it. I didn't want to end like that. It was good. Let's get it popping. I'm back. We just had to restart it. They was hating. They was hating. This is the part two. Take not my spirit, part two. Let's get it. Where my people at, man? We back, baby. We damn yeah, we back. We back. We back up. Shalom. And they was hating. We back up. We back up. Shalom, King. Get in. Get in. Hold on. Tell on these just calling this. Hold on. But yeah, get in, Shalom. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Boom. Get in if you want to come up. You got some words or anything, you're welcome. But yeah, like I was saying, the 12. Like I was saying, the 12.
Shalom, we back at it.
Shalom, man. I don't know what happened, man. Satan tried to stop it. It was some power coming out, man.
Yeah.
It was about he had to slow the thing down. Ain't never happened.
Ain't no megabits for this. Nah.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, brother, there's laws. You know, I'm not saying you're doing this, but I'm saying oftentimes, you know, brothers or sisters, you know, I don't have nothing against this person. I mean, it's okay not to like somebody. It says it got laws for enemies, you know.
Okay.
And I'm not saying like, you know, we gotta go. The Bible is the book of life, right? And it shows us how to navigate with enemies, you know. So if we see them on the side of the road, and as a matter of fact, David, he showed how to deal with enemy, you know, a enemy the perfect way. You know, Saul was trying to kill him, and he dealt with him wisely and let the Most High do what he had to do to him. But you know, if I seen brothers in
That's another brother who was mighty, who could do a lot of damage. In fact, didn't he pop up and cut a piece of his clothing off, Saul, just to let him know, like, yo, I was right next to you.
Yep.
But you know, I could have shanked you when nobody even heard you. But I'm really not like that, bro.
He said, yeah, because I could have got you, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So he cut his
and it's a good example of how we don't have the free will that we think. Because if you really go back, if you really been in the streets and you've been around dudes, you've seen Saul before. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see, like, this dude really doesn't like this other nigga, bro. No matter what happens, you've even heard him say, you know what? I don't even know why I dislike this nigga, man. Let me go ahead and just leave this dude alone, man. Because, bro, I don't even. You'll see him go through like this temporary, like, clairvoyance moment. Like, y'all be in the car, y'all going to the store, he just talking. You're like, I don't even know why I don't like him. And then later on, when you see him, it's just on again. There isn't any problem that you know of or nothing. And these spirits hop from us one to the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, Saul went through a couple of issues. Like, you know what? David's all right, man. And then the next thing you know, he's trying to hit him with a javelin. Like, you don't even have a reason, but it's the Most High. That's just the way it is. You know?
Right. Like you said, we ain't seen that spirit before. I ain't seen that spirit plenty of times.
Yeah, it's common.
And he's a crash out too. You know, it's like you don't be trying to crash out like how he's trying to crash out.
Facts.
He's coming through, just doing crazy, shooting at you, doing this, doing that. You know, and you just like, man, I ain't even trying to crash out, and because he don't care about going to jail. You know, he's like, he's a jailbird, so he's like, and you're trying to, you know, live a little honest life, you know, but you're not going to let them, you know, do you in. But still, though, you know, I've been in that situation a lot of times.
And it'd be a friend, and it'd be your friend, bro. It'd be your man. And it's just like you you already know, like, this dude looking for somebody just to start it with because he's stressed about other things. It's like, and that's a common thing. If you look at OGs who spent their whole life going to internet or jail, they'll all tell you the same thing. They didn't know how to deal with certain things in their life. And jail's the easy way out. Prison is the easy way out. All your clothes is clean. You know, you think you surviving, and you are. You living a hard life for no good reason. You choosing the wrong hard stuff. Like,
you get 3 meals a day, you know.
Yeah. You don't realize you taking the easy way out because since you being in prison, your life's under threat every day. You don't anticipate it as the easy way out because prison's not easy. But overall, you know what I'm saying? Which would you rather do? Have to deal with prison rules or have to deal with the laws of God? Which one's easier on you? You know what I'm saying? In prison, you lucky if you survive. But the Most High says, follow my laws, and there's life behind that. Feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in fact, when it comes to what you were talking about, I'm looking for a precept here because I realized that here we go. It's in Proverbs. Let me run over. Hold on. Let me run over here. 26. Proverbs 26:17 reads, "He that passeth by and meddleth with strife, belonging not to him, is like one that taketh a dog by the ears." Now, I don't know if any of you have ever been attacked by a dog. I don't know. Sometimes the dog don't look like he's about to bite you. But I realize, oh, here we go again. I see you though. I can see you though. I can't hear you. Oh shit.
No.
It's a wrap.
Just doing it again, bro.
It's a wrap. You can hear me though? I just see you move your lips. I don't see nothing else.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, like, I realize if everybody can still hear me, I realize that all of y'all all know each other long before I got here. And a lot of what's going on has things to do with that I don't have nothing to do with. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's why I don't attempt to come around like that, because it's just like I don't want to be like, I understand these people might not like each other and they may have very good reason not to, but I'm really not involved in that. And so, you know, like the scripture says, it's better for me not to take a dog by the ear. So, you know, those brothers ain't never done nothing to me. Now, scripturally, I realize Yahushua is letting us know who our family is, who our brothers are. That's those who keep the laws and statutes. I get that they're not, you know, they chose not to follow Christ. That's the path that they have to choose. I have to catch a different bus. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got nothing against them.
Yeah, I understand, but you know, I'm saying I don't like them. In the hell with
I
them.
feel you. I feel you.
It is what it is. It may a bus smack hit them, smack their ass. I don't give a damn. You know, and that's a balance. You know, some brothers I got love for. Some brothers I don't give a damn. They drop dead, and them those are them, and it is what it is. You know, and a couple other brothers too that we may know I could care less about.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure quite a few feel that way about me. I ain't got nothing against it.
Right.
You know, I realize.
Are you saying you stop people? Well, hold on. So, are you saying that you don't feel like that with nobody?
Shalom. Now, I don't feel about that way about nobody, but I could imagine people feeling that way about me who haven't even met or talked to me. I mean, so it is what it is. Yahushua said toward my own people, they're going to do that to you. That's part of the test, bro. They're going to do that to you more than the heathen, actually.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, man, the both of you brothers, King.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat.
Hey, man, I just wanted to come back and double down on Yahweh Shai, man. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai. Yeah, we ain't here doing it, man. I don't know if you were here earlier. I had a Psalms question. I kind of wish they were on. Well, they're not going to be on this thread, but I might have to go down and ask them about a scripture in Psalms that doesn't doesn't look like it could be talking about anybody else. So, there's a few scriptures. The brother Gabar right here just brought out a few dealing with the whole human sacrifice that I had completely forgotten about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Con. Man, I'm gonna just have to go watch it back, man, and go get those precepts, King.
Con.
How you been through the spirit though, King? Man, it's good to see you, man.
I'm still alive. I got another shot to repent. That's all that matters.
Man, that's right, King. Got to endure to the end, man. That's all we can do, man.
How's your son doing?
Oh, man, he's blessed through the spirit, man. He's, you know what I'm saying, keeping his head above water, man, and trying to press his way. You know what I'm saying?
Con, that's good. I swear him and Junior might be the only ones that make it out of all of us. I would swear.
Man, right, King.
Yeah,
we can hear you now, King.
Yeah, I was jacked up, man.
Yeah,
all right,
man, I was down bad for a second.
Yeah. That's crazy. Hold on, let me get this script real quick. Jeremiah 7:16. I might want to start at 15. Hold on. I'm gonna start 16. It says, therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah? Seest thou not what they do in the city of Seattle, in the streets of Jerusalem? He said, pray not for these people, make intercession not for these people. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings to other gods. See, they serving other gods that they may provoke me to anger. So he said, don't pray for
Can you read that again?
Which one? 16 from the top?
Yeah, the Queen of who?
Oh, the Queen of Heaven. And to
who knows who that is?
The Queen of Heaven.
Ooh.
Who's that?
Does the audience know who the Queen of Heaven is? Nah, probably not. So the Queen of Heaven is actually called that in several iterations. That's Asherah. If you go in, she's actually mentioned in the Old Testament 44 times under the English word grove. But Asherah is also Ishtar. It's the same person we're celebrating Easter over. So I just wanted to stop and point out that, and you're reading in the book of Jeremiah, correct? Right? Is that where you're at? You're in Jeremiah right there? Hold on.
Right.
Cry for Tammuz. So Asherah is a Babylonian. Well, Asherah is really Ishtar is really a Babylonian god. These gods haven't gone anywhere. She's saying, "Cry to the Queen of Heaven." People are still thinking that God has a wife, right? And as you go through history, there's a certain god who it's a female who claims to be a goddess of fertility, and Queen of Heaven, and the god of politics. You'll see her as Aphrodite. You'll see her as Isis. You'll see her as Freya. You'll see her as, like I said, Ishtar, and you'll also see her as Santa Muerte. So this person has been here this whole time, and Jeremiah also mentions Israelites crying for Tammuz. Tammuz is Ishtar's husband, who she sacrificed to the underworld. So sometimes I just want to stop and be like, yo, sometimes we read stuff and it'll drop us clues about things that we really don't, and it kind of passes over, but that's a God that they're talking about. Are you?
King, like, and that would be like the same spirit of Semiramis. You know what I'm saying? Right. The wife of Nimrod.
Correct. Same kind of. It's really just talking about a particular spirit with it, and it goes by different names throughout history. But that's who the Queen of Heaven is. Jezebel, if you will.
Yeah, right.
Let me get this in King David in Psalms. I'm gonna read a couple. Psalms 109. I'm gonna start from the top. Hold not thy peace, O God, of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compassed me about also with words of hatred, and fought against me without a cause. For my love, they are my adversary, but I give
This is a good
myself
time
unto
to test this.
prayer, and they have rewarded me for evil. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. This is King David. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin. That's how you know he's talking about Israelite. He said, let his prayer become sin.
Right.
Let his days be few, and let another take his office. Let his children be fatherless, and his wife a widow. Let his children be continually vagabonds, and let them seek their bread also out of their desolate place. So it gets worse as you read down. I'm just showing you. And David was the man after the most high on heart. And David is so, man, it's, you know, good, balanced to strike some of your brothers down if they off that. And that's what I'm on. If you're on that, you're gonna get your ass struck. And them brothers, to hell with them. And that's and actually they got struck. To not believe in Yahushua is blasphemy, and you're gonna get struck. You know, so it is what it is. I don't got no mercy towards them brothers. I mean, I know you guys are in a different boat than me, but I've been through way different paths. I just don't have anybody who feel that way. She said it's freezing again. It's
a little bit. It keeps going in and out, but like you are right now, but it keeps going back and forth.
But yeah, I asked, so you don't feel that way against nobody. You got to, brother.
I didn't say nobody. I'm just saying them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't say nobody. I didn't say all that now.
That's all I was asking.
Yeah.
Because like I said, sometimes people think you can't. They're like, nah, we gotta love everybody. No, we don't.
First John.
No, we
I got
don't.
a precept, King.
No, you ain't gonna like everybody. Bring it out.
No, nigga, stop.
Bring out your precept. I don't know if it's lagging.
Yeah, the precept is 1 John 5:20 and 21. Let me read it out loud.
Come on.
All right. And it reads, and we know that the Son of God is come, and have given us an understanding that we may know him that is true. And we are in him that is true, even in the Son, Yahushua, Hamashiach. This is the true God and eternal life. Little children, keep yourselves from idols. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
So even here, it's
break them down, brother.
All right,
break them down.
So even so, understanding is not given to all men, right? So you know what I'm saying. With that, God is the one who decides to give out understanding to people. You know, the Bible says, "In all you're getting, get understanding." You know what I'm saying? But understanding is not the principal thing for most men. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in the spirit. You have to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments in your life, man, to really be under the spirit of Yahushua. And I think it's easier for people, you know what I'm saying, to operate in the anti-spirit of Hamashiach, you know what I'm saying, than to actually follow the Hamashiach. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, they're not going to have understanding. You know what I'm saying? But we know with this understanding that the Most High has given us personally, that what we worship is true. We haven't changed. We ain't, we haven't drastically made no change to the far left or to the far right. You know what I'm saying? We may have done some critiquing over the years, man, and sharpened our swords, man. But we haven't gotten thrown off the mark. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, it says even in his son Hamashiach Yahushai, and this is the true God and eternal life. Now, mind you, you know what I'm saying? try and impose that this is talking about, you know what I'm saying, Christ being God, but this is still talking about God the Father. Because then it comes back and doubles back on the first commandment in Exodus 20, which is, you know what I'm saying, not to serve other idols or not to put an idol above the Most High. In verse 21, little children, keep yourself from idols. You know what I'm saying? As they're trying to call Hamashiach, the Black Messiah, an idol, you know what I'm saying? The actual scriptural Hamashiach is telling us to stay away from idols. And then if you go to the beginning of the same chapter, it's going to tell you to follow the commandments. You know what I'm saying? And seek the Most High.
So they just, there's no way that the Mashiach could be an idol, you know, and when Hamashiach idolizes the Most High. I mean, it doesn't really go together. That's what I'm saying about the OT argument be kind of moot in its point. Like it's like you said, there was no understanding. In fact, if I can run over to Job real quick, right? Says Job, I'm gonna read Job, starting at Job 39 and 13. Givest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, who leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in the dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. So what we have here is he's given an example of a beast upon the earth that he purposely didn't. Ostriches are dumb. They're cute and they're stupid. And that he's saying that he made them dumb on purpose. He's saying that she puts her eggs in the dust. When you take a look at the dust, we know that Adam was raised from the dust. Yes, you know, he made man from the dust, but dust also means a lowly estate, right? So this ostrich doesn't have any wisdom. She's made and born that way. All right. In likewise fashion, there might be an ostrich that's slightly more smarter than the rest. The point of the matter is that not every human is imparted with understanding and wisdom, and it can be taken from you even if you do have it. You know what I'm saying? So right. That's why we can read the law in the Old Testament, but like I said, that's like trying to teach your dog about your car engine. You know what I'm saying? And the Hamashiach came and tried to explain, like, I understand you've read the law. I understand that you think that, you know what I'm saying, that yes, this lady, she obviously committed fornication, but which one of you haven't? And which one of you can be reconciled back to the Most High? Which one of you is righteous enough to reconcile yourself back to the Most High? You can't accuse this lady of doing wrong. And yes, she did wrong, but she has a shot right now because I'm now here. Before me, there was no shot. Explain that part, and nobody can. That's my part. Nobody can. If you ask the OT, they'll be like, oh, you just have to repent. Well, all of this has taken place inside of your mind. I don't give a shit how much any of us repent. We're all evil daily inside of our mind. I guarantee you that. So there is no mindset that will bring us back by just repentance alone. We're going to have a waiver, and Hamashiach's that waiver. He's the one that understands everything. That's why he speaks in the parables that he does. You might just not have any understanding for the parables. You know, it is what it is.
Straight like that. Like I said, I seen this movie before, bro. I seen a lot of people go down this route, and like kind of like how a Christian will say, like, God loves everybody, John 3:16. And you don't matter where you go, anywhere in the world, they'll pull that because it's a spirit. Like I seen that when I first came into the truth. I know this brother, he turned out to be an old OT, and he was saying the exact same stuff. So that's why it's funny to me. Like I said, man, I seen this before, man. So everything they say, I heard it before. Like just like when you be in the street, you see go to Galatians 3, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. They be like, how'd you know? Because a spirit that's been dispatched that's in you. So that's what cracks me up, bro. You know, I didn't know people was taking it. I wouldn't say they're taking it serious, but a lot of people in the chat, they knew about. I didn't know about it till like 2 weeks ago. You know, I didn't know they had a thumbnail in my face. And I didn't know none of this. I don't pay attention to them brothers.
Oh, what do you mean a thumbnail? I don't understand what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
Oh, they sent me a somebody in the chat. I guess they put a class, but had my face on it.
They put a class up with your face on it?
Yeah, like the thumbnail was me.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
now you seeing why. So now you seeing why I don't like these brothers.
Okay.
They been tagging me and doing chat to go over there, you know, and they're the reason. Even though ABL, he was kind of, but the brothers so discord in that, you know, so a lot of stuff behind the scene, you know, but I'm just saying, you know, so there's some things. It's like I see you, you know, I see you, but it's just evil, bro. It's just pure evil. So you know. Most High get the vengeance though. Most High get the, you know, he gets the last.
I understand. I get it. I kind of want to see the thumbnail.
But yeah,
I kind of want to see the thumbnail. You should have had that joint up for the.
Oh no, man!
I want to see the thumbnail.
It was. All they did was took my picture, like one of these, and they just put it up. But yeah, what's she saying? She said, Yahweh spoke through the prophets in the past and speaks through Yahweh in the present. Yeah. Yeah. See, sis seen it. I think, yeah, she was the one that told me. See, she said they tag people. It was tagging people. Someone Discord trying to. I know Gideon looked like. Are we in there?
I was trying. I could hear you. Okay.
Are you brothers there?
I can see you. I can see and hear you. Y'all can see and hear me?
Gideon frozen.
Nah, I can see Gideon. Yeah, it is. It is on your end. Because Gideon fired over this joint. Gideon, you can hear us?
Man.
Gideon, you on mute?
Yeah, my bad. I was on mute.
Okay, we can.
But I heard everything.
Gideon's a check. We're a check. It's somewhere over there with you, Gabar.
I'm gonna turn down my definition.
I'm over here using the GoPro. I don't know how much battery that junk got left. I forgot the GoPro can act as a webcam. Test of the motivator. All praises. Oh shit, Gabar, you frozen?
Damn.
All right. What happened to Gabar? I mean, what happened to Gideon? I don't know, man.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
You can hear me? You just can't see me, huh?
I can see you. You just not moving.
Oh, my side is buffering.
Yeah, it's something. It's on your network over there somewhere. I don't know. You all right now?
My karate. Hey, no, I know. I'm gonna figure all this stuff out when I get off here. I'm either gonna get a new laptop or I need to do some updates or do something.
There's only a couple things it could be. If you're, how old is? I mean, the network card could be out of. If it's really old, the network card could be out of sync with the newest standards. You know what I'm saying? Whatever standard you're using for internet's 6E or whatever. Who knows what it is nowadays? NAD. There's all types of joints. But I mean, you should get a desktop. Is what I'm saying. Unless you're carrying that computer everywhere you go, you're better off getting a desktop. Cheaper and better parts.
I don't be carrying this thing. I ain't, So yeah, like you said, I'm gonna look into it.
I got another preset, y'all. Somebody else break this down, no, King. Somebody else break this down.
What you got?
It's 2 John, chapter 1, and gonna start at verse 9. You know what I'm saying? It says, "Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of Hamashiach hath not God. He that abideth in the doctrine of Christ, he hath both the Father and the Son. If there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive him not into your house, neither bid God speed." So this is why I understand what Gabar is saying. You know what I'm saying? It makes perfect sense why the brother's like, hey man, if a bus come, hit him there. Let the bus come in. You know what I'm saying? Because it literally the scriptures is telling us, man, don't even bid these people Godspeed, man. I wasn't trying to break it down, King, but I wanted one of y'all to break it down.
Because you gotta understand, they trying to. When a person's moving like that, they really trying to supplant, and they're trying to take you backwards. They're trying to destroy the nation. They're moving through Satan's moving through them, and then if you're like, nah, those are my brothers still, that's part of the trick. They got this thing on YouTube. It's called prank. It's a prank call, right? And it's when they call, they be acting like they're ordering pizza or something, right? Mm-hmm. And the dude to get the person mad with the prank call, and then after he gets them mad, the dude turned into the person calling doing the prank turned into a devil. It turned into this little purple devil. So you got to look at the spirit. I say that you got to look at the spirit. Satan got many tricks. He's going to come through. He comes to your mom, your dad, your brother, your son, your daughter. When the vampire bites the loved one, you ever seen those movies when they get turning? And if I don't put him down, he's going to mess up everybody, the humanity, and turn everybody into vampires. So you have to, when they put that vampire down, they be having tears in their eyes, but you got to do it, because if you don't, like bro was saying last week, a little leaven the whole lump. So you got to put them down. You got to put them vampires down, or they're gonna bite everybody and try to get you. I think I Am Legend. I think with Will Smith. That's what it's called. Remember, they were trying to.
The Walking Dead had loved ones that turned to zombies, and they had to blow them or whatever. I think
they be trying to infect everybody, and then where it get tricky, it might be your wife, it might be your husband, it might be your son. He's big, and you got to watch them and see if their eyes is turning, and they be having them veins in their skin, and you like, oh, I gotta put my son down. I gotta put my wife down. I gotta put my husband down, or my homie down, my best friend. So, in this truth, bro, brothers is going to get big. and they're going to try to shake, you know, Misery Loves Company. They're going to try to rock you. That's why this is said they were tagging people. They was trying to get them, and they already bit my other brother, ABL. They bit him. He got bit. You know.
What you mean? That he non-messianic?
I know he. Okay, this what happened with ABL.
I'm gonna tell you, a prominent Israelite just called me last night and told me that another prominent Israelite is now with them on some OT stuff. Now I don't really know that. Again, like I say,
From
Hey,
here,
man, that brother
here,
verified it with me today, man.
You know what I'm talking about.
you said
Yeah,
brother
verified it with me today.
Wow.
You said it was what? Bear fighting.
He verified it.
Oh, another brother did?
Yep, another brother. I got a call. I actually got a call from Baltimore. Man, it's like, man, there's a spirit running rampant up in Seattle right now. This OT spirit. And I was like,
That's
man,
what,
I didn't know.
You should have answered and said that's what happens when you sit in Baltimore and don't help brothers out. Shit goes sideways, don't it? Now let me stop.
So you another brother.
King.
Bro, who's the brother that's from there? I mean, that did it.
No. I don't want to say names on the channel side, but we all our dear brother who we all know here left our side and went to the OT side. Let me be crystal too. I know the person who started all this OT shit down here. I don't know if you guys know him or not though. I don't know if you guys know him or not. If you and Gideon, you might remember too. If you remember, I said that at my first job. Now hear me out. This goes in hand with what you were just saying, Gabar. Maybe I'm wrong. Right? At my first job, there were several Israelites. Interestingly enough, my job is I work for an organization that made food and trays for other organizations that hand them out to homeless people, whatever happened. It was called Operation Sack Lunch, right? So in there was me, right? You know what I'm saying? I carry mostly an HODC doctrine, but there were two other brothers from the GOCC, right? One non-messianic brother, and then one Moorish Israelite, whatever, right? So while all of us obviously had our differences, we all felt collectively that everybody outside of us was really on the outside. So even though we were against each other in certain aspects, we banded together within that place. So we started to feel like we don't understand what's wrong with the other camps. If we can get along inside of this job, what's wrong with everybody else outside of it? Now, understand, the non-messianic dude among us is who encountered your people walking through downtown one day. He is the one that started this. His name's Yadamin, but he goes by Will. Big dude with dreads. He was the only person in the entire Seattle who was OT, and he got his doctrine from Atlanta in Georgia. From
bro, hold on. How you gonna say his name and not the other brother's name, bro?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know the dude like that, so I can do that. All right, so I just you know what I'm saying? And we used to go back and forth all day long, and now the same arguments he had for me,
it's now the same they got.
Yeah, it's the same ones that.
I just told you that. I said I heard this 10 years ago. It's the same thing.
Right. That's why I'm saying maybe I was wrong in thinking to myself, hey, we're all at least Israelites. We're in here. Just never mind all of that. Now I see that might have been an issue. That's what I'm saying. Like, they were cool. There ain't nothing wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to doctrine,
Well, like Gideon said, don't bid them Godspeed. In that First John, I think it was.
First John, yeah.
Yeah,
that's too.
They're trying to supplant you. They're trying to turn you. They're trying to. That's why it says evil communication, corrupt good manners. They're trying to see. Look, Satan. You know how Satan does? He try to cause doubt. And if you ain't rooted, he gonna get that doubt. Like he gonna show you them verses that, like that Psalms you pulled. My Lord, set by the Lord. No, that's not talking about that. And if you ain't rooted, you gonna be like, damn. He gonna do a magic trick and supplant your stupid ass. They see your channel's all old. Oh yeah, you
Tesla the Motivator says, "What does it profit anyone to follow only 2/3?" I tell you what, it's easier. This is a hard walk. makes it easy on you if you only take 2/3 of the book. Mm-hmm.
That's the whole name of the game. It's just like bro said, the spirit going out. The spirit going out. And it's a rightful spirit to test those, to see who his feet is planted. You know, I don't see how you get rocked with that though. You know, I don't see it, but you know, somebody got to do it. We have to see every single thing in this Bible come true. You know, it says the spirit of Antichrist is many in these last days. You know, and there's many different levels to different, you know, Antichrist. Like a Christian's Antichrist, they think, you know, Christ is a white man. And they say it doesn't matter. Little do they know that's an Antichrist. You know, then you got people that just plainly just say, "Oh, he never existed." Then you got people that say he did exist, but he's nothing. You know, there's a lot of different avenues to this.
At the end of the day, you're not going to get around faith as a necessity.
Okay.
You're going to have faith somewhere.
That's one of a main ingredient for following Yahushua. But you have to do it in spirit and in truth, though, through the spirit.
Right, because I think that we get because we have so much more knowledge than your average Christian. I think that we sometimes start to rely that we're going to have knowledge of everything, and be like, "Well, I don't understand." But at some point in time, faith is going to have to take over. Like, hey,
right,
I have all the knowledge that I could possibly have as a human being. At some point, I'm gonna have to be like, let me jump off this cliff. I believe Yahushua is who he says he is.
Hey,
this man says who.
Somebody give me 2nd Esdras 1:38.
I got you.
I believe this is the generation of faith.
You said 2nd Esdras 1:38.
I believe so. That's what I want. Let me hear it.
I got you. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 1, verse 38. Arise up and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord.
I don't think you're right there. I think you're in it. I don't think you're there.
2nd Esdras 38.
Chapter 1 and 38.
2nd Esdras, yeah. Chapter 1 and 38. Salakia.
Go to 35. As a matter of fact, go.
This is 2nd Esdras 1 and 35. Your houses will I give to a people that shall come. Right, that's what you want.
Yep. Come.
Which not having heard of me, ye shall believe me.
See, hold on. So it says your houses shall I give to people that shall come. This is talking about us right now, which not having heard of me yet shall believe me. Read.
To whom I have showed no signs.
We ain't seen no signs. We ain't seen the Red Sea split. We ain't seen water turn to wine. We ain't seen any other, you know, mighty signs that we read about. Read.
Yet they shall do what I have commanded them.
You reading?
36. They have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. 37. Yep. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say.
See, you can stop right there. So that's us right now. We ain't seen nobody with bodily eyes, you know, but we believe everything it says. We believe the accounts because we're that generation of faith. This is the generation of faith right now, you know.
Like, and I do. I believe the man is who he says he is.
I had a statement to make. Salakia, y'all. This is one of the things that was brought to my attention is that they claim that he's that Hamashiach is not a prophet, right? And so what bothers me is the same brothers will use, you know what I'm saying, certain things that were prophesied in the New Testament to look at what's going on today. Like, say for instance, when Christ talks about in Matthew 24, the time of sorrows, you know, earthquakes, rumors of wars, and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, and pestilences and things of that nature. Now, with that being said, they would say that there was no prophets after the Old Testament. But the definition of a prophet is somebody can tell something and it comes to pass, is it not?
Right.
Well, Christ has done that many times, and these things are coming into fruition while we, like, in our lifetime. We're watching
Matthew
things
24.
unfold right now.
Matthew 24 is heavy.
Kind.
Wars and rumors of wars and earthquakes and nation should rise against nation. And
You know, I could see why generations before us thought they were in that time. Imagine you living in World War II and the entire world is at war.
Right.
You're gonna think.
Bro,
You're gonna
look,
think. You know what I'm
the
saying?
prophets, they thought they was in that time. 'Cause remember, it says Esau's the end of the world. When they was in Rome, they thought that was the end because it says Esau's the end of the world. That's why in Acts 1:6, what it say? It says, "Is thou get it real quick?" Acts 1:6, I don't butcher it.
Yep.
But you remember, Esau's the end of the world. That's in Esdras. They knew that already.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 6.
Kind.
When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel?
They were like, hold on right now, man. This is Edom right here. You're here. Let's get this thing cracking. Remember,
Right.
John the Baptist, what he said? He said, should we look for another? But he thought that was over too. But he got his head chopped off. So they was thinking that, like, you know, just like you said, World War II. They was like, man, hold on, wars. There's been wars, but
Right.
it's order to the prophecies, man.
But I have to ask, at any point in time other than now, has the Euphrates River been dry? Never in human history. That was a major one for me. I don't think everybody has their signs. That was a major one to me. That's never I'm looking for the things that had never happened in conjunction with other stuff. At the time of World War II, it's just the world at war. That's it. That's all you have. And that whole world was the purpose of the birth of the atomic bomb. That had a purpose. Oppenheimer had a purpose. All these people had a purpose, right? So I mean, right now you didn't have the level of plague that's in the human genome right now. You got your COVID-13s, you got your AIDS, you got this, you got that, right now you can't even exist on the planet without certain vaccinations. You can't even exist and we'll die. All right, so the level of plague wasn't at the same point it was at World War II. The Euphrates River is dry. We have quote unquote global warming, right? That wasn't a part of their thing back then. We have crime in the streets. It's nothing. School shootings are nothing now. A school guy shot up today. 17 kids are killed today. You won't even remember that by lunchtime, bro. You know what I'm saying? It says that we'll have boils. What do you think cancer is? We have all of these things all at once.
Abundantly.
Right. And everybody, whether you're into it or not, everybody's saying the same thing. Something's about to happen. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you might have never read any of this or anything else. And you still are like, yo, something's about to happen. So his creation can feel it, no matter who you are. But it's only one of us who are responsible for it.
I see random people in the world, they know this place that we're in. They're like, they say, we're in the last time, we're in the book of Revelations. We're in the book of Revelations. It's going to be ended by fire. You know, people know that. These people, Rand, you go a bum on the street, know that, man.
Yeah.
But it was ordained. You know, everybody's playing their part. You got to understand, this is a big old movie script for the Most High. You know, you got your suspense, you got your thriller, you got your drama, and everybody's playing their part to the T. You got to have the good guys, the bad guys, the extras, and everybody's playing their part.
Yep.
And hopefully we play the part, us, of the heroes. Like it says in Obadiah, what it say? It says the saviors or whatever. Hopefully we that part. You know, I want to play the bad guy that turn and then please don't let that be written in the movie. You know,
right, yeah. What's gonna happen though is we gonna play the part we're given. We ain't got no choice in that.
Right.
We gonna play that.
I'm
hoping the same as everybody else hopes. You know, it's gonna be a problem. Absolutely. And that day is going to come and it's going to slide toward it and just snap. And, you know, sometimes, like, I spend a lot of time teaching privately individual people on my own. I've actually come to the conclusion. I had a moniker for a while where I was saying the real work isn't done on camera, but I mean work is work wherever you go, right? I'm just saying
Right,
that. Right.
Just like it said, Yahushua, he did so much things it couldn't be written.
It could be written. We don't know. And those joints, everybody, every last Israelite has that experience. Like, damn, I wish what we just did was on camera. We all have that because the best sessions are off camera, right? And so I have a couple of Edomites who come to me and they ask me questions like, "Yo, listen, I know who you are, and you know what I'm saying. We like to ask you questions because you're not yelling at us. Cool, that's the forum. You know what I'm saying. What do you want to know?" And one of them was like, I don't understand. Like, I've never done anything to anybody. And they've come by a line. I don't know whose line they went by, but they came by somebody's line and they were sincerely trying to ask, like, look, I've never done anything. I don't understand. And you know how we are. We get it. We might get in the spirit and tell them to fuck off. It depends on when they ask, right? But in this case, I'm explaining to them like, hey, look, you are living in a world where everybody's walking on eggshells. They're not doing what's really in their mind. I was like, if you were to go to prison today, I don't know if you've ever, anybody out there in TV land, if you've ever seen the new Shot Caller movie, you know what I'm saying? Frail white dude goes to prison and he's all scared and he has no choice. You're going to join this Aryan Brotherhood or we are all going to fucking kill you because you're not going to come into prison and be friends with another race. It's not going to happen. And that's every prison in the United States of America has this racial separation because humans no longer have the eggshells. You don't have to act this way and act that way. Humans are really being the real raw humans that they really are inside of a prison wall. And inside every prison, guess what? Everybody goes back to their own people. That's the way it is. What do you think is going to happen when this society falls through? If you are the white person who's like, I've never had any harm to anybody, but you've never been in a situation where you're surrounded by 30 armed gunmen talking about, you better not be talking to that black person or we're going to kill you. You need to come with us. What are you going to decide then? A lot of these white people who have never done anything to anybody have never been put in that situation. There's been a lot of white people who have never had a racist bone in their body, all of a sudden end up in prison. And now you got a swastika tattooed on you because that's the curriculum. So this is going to go that way, even if you don't feel, you feel all fairy tale-ish about it. You feel like unicorn poop. That's great. But at the end of the day, when this really pops off, you're going to go back to where you can survive. And that's going to be your own people. It's going to be your own people at the end of the day. You know, the prejudices you had. I had a black friend, but you're not comfortable going into black neighborhoods. Guess how you're going to act when you're surrounded by 30 white gunmen talking about you need to all of a sudden come back home with your people? How do you think that's going to go? You know what I'm saying? That the story in the Bible is actually practical. So when I teach these people on their own, I'm like, hey, listen, go back to your people. Stop trying to do all of this Black Lives Matter shit. You're going to go back to your own people anyway. Black people don't fucking like you, bro. When you walk up and down the street talking about, I have a black friend, we don't like you. We might smile in your face. We don't like you, bro. All right. Eventually, one of us is going to kill you, and you're going to kill one of us. Let's just go ahead and go back to square one with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. I yield on
that. Get in.
Kind. I'm just, man, listening to the brother bring it out.
You just soaking it up, huh? You just soaking it up.
Kind.
Because I got to teach Edomites who are like, I don't understand. I didn't hate anybody before I got here, and I have to explain it to them that it's more in your nature than you think. We're just not at a point where it's brought out of you yet. I can tell Israelites today, y'all two know me. You talk to me outside of TV, right? I can tell Israelites today that the minute they understand my situation, there's a few camps out here who refuse to stand in line with me because they're scared. I'm gonna put it out there. Ram Gabari Arms went up, right? Y'all see me put that out the other day. So for as much as you have Israelites who think they are ready for this whole apocalyptic thing, I'm ready. I'm ready not to be a part of the world, motherfucker. You can't even stand next to me. What do you think you're gonna be when this pops off, bro? So you know, IUIC, same thing. They wouldn't stand in line with me either. So all of a sudden, my situation starts to pull hoe cards from Israelites who think that they are ready for the apocalyptic scenario, but really you wouldn't even be outside teaching in my situation.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as there are Edomites who they don't even know that they are racist, you know what I'm saying, have to be explained to. I have to explain to Israelites who think they are ready for the apocalypse. You really don't want none of that work. Same thing. You know, so Jeremiah's right. It's gonna be like a day we've never seen. Isaiah's right. It's gonna be like a day we've never seen, bro.
Well, David is coming back for the OTs though.
You know, David died. I wonder if everybody understands. David is in the ground, resting with his
saw corruption. Saw corruption. Was it Proverbs 16:10 or Psalm 16:10? Let me get that.
Now, here's my question then. Okay, if these other verses mean subliminally Israel, how come when it says I will raise up King David, how come it's not talking subliminally just about his bloodline?
Right.
I don't understand why that would be the difference.
Right.
I'm going to raise up King David from among them. That just means that his bloodline is going to be raised.
Look,
I don't understand.
Psalm 16:10. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thy Holy One to see corruption. David saw corruption.
That's true. He was big corruption, type of corruption that we all saw. You know, we've all been attracted. We've all had a woman on our.
In this context, talking about, you know, when he died, like, you know, he you know what happened, decomposed, or whatever.
Yeah. But he's dead. That's what it is.
Psalm 16:10. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thy Holy One to see corruption. So
here's another question, and I think I asked this in your chat, but I had to go to work. I actually asked this question, and this one was easy to find. Let me just basic number one, and I wanted to ask this question to them. I might stop by their line today or tomorrow, whatever, to ask. But check this out. In Genesis 1, right? And 3, it says, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. It's not till, what is it, verse 13, right? Verse 14, it said, God let there, verse 14, it says, and God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, and divide the day from night, and let they be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years. So there's no light that you visibly see on the earth until verse 14. What is the light in verse 3?
Hey, bro, you going too heavy, bro.
I'm serious. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, it says, let there be light. But the light that you see from the sun and the moon isn't until verse 14. So what is the light in verse 3?
The Spirit.
Who said, I am the way and the light?
Christ.
Yeah. Right. So he's the first thing created. There wouldn't be anything else that could reconcile you. King David wasn't there at the light. King David isn't until a lot later. In fact, you would have a better argument saying that Adam was coming to save you than King David.
Right.
Technically. But the light, and we all said the other day, light is wisdom.
He said,
right?
He bear witness of that light. I am not that light. Remember John the Baptist said that.
He says, I'm not that light.
But I bear witness of that light.
Of that light. So who is the light? Right? The Hamashiach.
Bro, that's too heavy though. That's why that's too heavy.
I gotta ask that question to him. Like, yo, who's the light? What is? I won't even say who is. What is the light in verse 3? It can't be the sun and the moon and all the light that you see. So we all know that
deep, King. That is deep.
So we all know that the light is wisdom. That's why it says, and the word became flesh. The word is wisdom. It had to become flesh because Israel was too stupid to handle shit.
It says we are the children of the light.
Yes, we're children of the light. Everything was made through the light and for it. That's why he's able to reconcile us, because we're the Most High's portion, and that's his only begotten. Your firstborn son, you're going to give all your inheritance to. And who are we? We are the Lord's portion, his inheritance, as it's been written in the Old Testament and the New.
That's why he's the bride. He's the bridegroom, and we're the bride.
Right.
We're his possession. You know what I'm saying?
Christ has been in the book since verse 3, bro, of Genesis.
Well, let me read this. 1 Thessalonians 5:5. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. That's heavy right there.
That's why it keeps mentioning day and night throughout I was actually going to do a day and night class. That's why it keeps mentioning day and night. It's a constant thing. This is why I'm trying to explain. It's like trying to explain how your engine works to a dog. He has to use things that you understand. You understand day and night. I can see and I can't see. These little creatures don't understand me. So I have to use things. See and can't see. Wisdom and stupidity. All right. The first thing made was wisdom, and it's the light. And so from the beginning of the book to the end, children of the light. Get, what did Christ say? Get while you can get while it's day, while I'm with you. Because after I'm gone, there is nothing but darkness, bro. So he has to keep reiterating these things to you in a way that you can kind of understand, not even understand.
Who is this? Smash the idol. I think you got a bug out. It says strong. He says he's not talking about your idol, bro. Just force that. Come on. We're gonna send you the link.
I so happen to have a Hebrew dictionary in here.
Come on, hey, we're gonna send Smash and Idol. Come on up.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm gonna send you the link.
Let me go ahead and look up your Strong's Hebrew dictionary here.
Hit the link. Smash and Idol.
216. You got you. This is Strong's 216. Illumination or Connor. Luminary in every sense, including lighting and happiness. Oh, he's commenting on the light. That's what he's saying. What are you saying? What is he saying is H216? Are you saying that's in verse 3? Is H216? Illumination, a luminary in every sense, including lighting, happiness, bright, clear day, morning sun, which is interesting because throughout the entire book, the same word is probably used the entire time. You know, that's the thing about Hebrew. It has more to do with context than Latin-based languages. You know what I mean? That's the problem with English. English insinuates things, right? Like if you say the word heart and mind seems technical in English, where heart seems to be like emotional. When in scripture, it all means your mind, right? So in Hebrew, things are more direct based on context. And in verse 3, I can imagine that the light might be what he's saying, which is H216, which I can't pronounce that, brother. I think that shit says awar. I don't know what that is. We can't really pronounce Hebrew for as much as people argue about it, but it does.
With Greek and all that stuff, I want a brother to say in Greek how he's going to the store to go get some ice cream and hot dogs.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Greek in the Hebrew, bro. Go say this. I'm going to the store to get some hot dogs and some ice cream, and I'm about to barbecue. And you say that, you my guy.
Malak Judah, light is wisdom and Yahushua is the light. Exactly, bro. That's exactly what we're saying here. And it's been that way since the beginning of this entire story. And, you know, when it comes to Hebrew, listen, we can, and people get mad at me for saying it, but I used to, and Gideon will tell you, I used to say this at camp. And what you call it used to disagree with me, but I'm be like, listen, we can read Hebrew, we can't pronounce it because there's 22 consonants, there's 0 vowels. We really don't know how it sounds. We can kind of come close. You know what I'm saying? It might be shalom, it might be shalom, it might be shalom, it might be Solomon.
Right.
Solomon's name also means peace. So we don't
brothers
know.
barely speak English, right? Tomato,
That's
tomato, 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 you know? And
That's
now this is smash the idol. Come on, we sent you the thing. If you don't hit the link, man, shut your mouth.
The last one says Yahweh has Yasharal's life. I don't which last one? I don't understand. Yes, hit the link. Get on here, man.
I know the link's in there.
I want to see what your position is. I'm interested.
Right. I got a scripture. Let me read this. Until smash the idol, get the balls to come on up. 1 Samuel 16 and 14.
Mm-hmm.
The spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. So the spirit will leave you, and an evil spirit will trouble you. I don't know if you guys was on when I was.
Where were you at? 1 Samuel what? Because I want to
16, 14.
16, 14.
Yeah, look at this. OT onlys are 2/3 cowards. Tell them, Malak, Judah. Hey, and let me get Gideon, get 1 Samuel 3:7. I'm gonna show you guys something.
Come.
I read this earlier in the old chat. I just want to show you something.
16:14 it says, but the spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and then Saul took a where is it that says because it didn't depart from Saul because
he was
David was playing a harp?
Oh yeah, that's one part too.
That's important, bro.
We can get that too. We can get that too. Music
be having people out here banging, bro.
Right.
All right, I got it, King.
Read it.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 3.
3:7. 3:7.
3 and 7. Oh, okay, come. Slakia. This is 1 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 7. It reads, now Samuel did not yet know the Lord, neither was the word of the Lord yet revealed unto him.
Okay, now stop right there. So this says Samuel, the mighty man, he did not yet know the Lord. So you guys, Samuel, he was a priest, and he was doing his priestly duties. And you're in chapter 3, and it says he did not yet know the Lord, and the Lord did not show himself to him up until that point. I say that to say this. You can be prophesying, and the Lord ain't even dealing with you. This is proof. Because Samuel was a priest, and the Lord wasn't dealing with him up until verse 7.
Well, wait, but the Lord was dealing with his mother. Didn't his mother dedicate him to the temple? I think that's how it went.
Right. If you go to verse 2 and 1, 2 and 1, it says Hannah prayed and said, my heart rejoiced in the Lord, my horn is exalted in the Lord, my mouth is enlarged over time. Hold on, let me see where the part where she was it might be verse 1.
She ain't cut his hair.
Oh no, verse 21. And the Lord visited Hannah so that she conceived and bare 3 sons and 2 daughters, and the child Samuel grew before the Lord. And look, verse 18. But Samuel ministered before the Lord, being a child girded with a linen ephod. So he was ministering, and it said the Most High didn't even reveal himself to him yet.
Not to tell him who he was or what he was going to do.
It says, and Samuel did not yet know the Lord. He didn't know him either.
He didn't know him, neither did he know his word.
Right. So I'm just saying, you just gotta, you gotta. That's why you gotta try the spirit by the spirit. So now the Most High reveals himself unto him, but just say if he never did, just like some other brothers, he don't reveal yours, and you could tell because you gotta when you're in this truth. You got to develop certain skills as you move on. You'll see people develop like, okay, I seen this brother grow. You can see brothers grow, right? especially if you're on YouTube, you can look back 8 months ago, or you can see this brother grow, or you can see him decline. So I'm just saying, just put that out there. That's all.
I mean, I think there's a lot of brothers who the Lord just calls just because he needs to spread a message, not because he's going to be dealing with them later. Oh, Gideon, you still there?
Yeah, Khan.
Yeah, it's his computer. Yeah.
Khan, I just was reading further into the scripture, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 10, and the Lord came and stood and called as at other times, Samuel. Then Samuel answered, speak, for thy servant heareth. So it was just saying, like, the Most High was right there. He stood there. You know what I'm saying? Not that he's seen him, but the Most High stood there. He literally revealed himself to him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Samuel was special. I thought it was funny when Samuel, who is it that went and killed? Saul went and killed, who didn't kill a whole bunch of stuff he was supposed to kill. Samuel shows up like, what is all of these damn goats doing here, bro? You know what I'm saying? Saul was supposed to kill everybody. He didn't do it. Probably because he probably felt bad for somebody. I tell people, you can bring doubt out in yourself. Imagine going into the promised land, and you had to kick in the door of Jericho or something, right? And you go in there and you have to slaughter the first little kid you see. It might be like some little 3-year-old girl holding a teddy bear. How quickly were you going to swing that blade? But I also heard a soldier, an Edomite soldier, he was special forces, and he had killed some kids over in Afghanistan, and they were interviewing him, and they were like, you don't feel bad? He was like, no. He was like, I'm going to tell you what my team leader told me. He was like, you see that dead kid right there? He was like, cute little bunnies. I mean, he said they don't, something like cute little bunnies don't grow up to be adult cute bunnies. Like basically saying like, I mean, he's a cute little kid, but he was also going to grow up to be a very dangerous Mujahideen fighter. Like you looking at the child and not looking at what it's going to grow up to be. You know what I'm saying? And when he said that, I started thinking about the cops that actively killed black people. At some point in time, they were a cute kid somewhere. You know? And so when you start looking at the reality of it, it's like, oh, these people, when you start talking about these, when you see a line of neo-Nazis outside, each one of them was a cute kid at some point. You know? Would you felt it better that they had died as cute kids? Well, yeah, obviously. So we didn't have a problem later. So all of a sudden, now you can start to see how Satan can use your emotional content against you. Up to and including using cute kids. You know? I don't think this dude coming back. Are we still on his live, bro?
Con, man. I was just waiting for the brother. I mean, man, brother, you got another preset?
I got another preset. On talking about what we were just talking about. Well, you know, Yahushua mentioned that. I find that interesting. Where's that precept where he's talking about? Hold on, I got you.
Okay. Yeah, man, because I want to also deal with that Deuteronomy 18 because they'll bring out Deuteronomy 18 and 18 and say that that's talking about Joshua, right?
That's my ancestor.
But if we keep going down Deuteronomy 18 and go to verse 21, it says, and if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord has spoken, have not spoken? It says, when a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not nor come to pass, like I just said, Christ has, if we read the New Testament, we can see where Christ has said things that actually came to pass, literally. You know what I'm saying? That is the thing which the Lord, Salakia, King, Salakia.
Not spoken, right?
Kind.
But
it says that they have not spoken, but the prophet have spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him.
Right. So I guess we could say that also applies to Yahushua, right? How would Yahushua know all these things anyway?
Comic-Con through the spirit, man.
right?
Man.
Like I like a lot of people might try to use like, well, like the Revelation in New Testament, but an OT person can argue a lot of Revelations is actually summed up in Isaiah, right?
So what do OTs say when we talk about the Alahayim in Genesis 1?
They that's what I wanted to ask about.
God.
You know, I don't know what their argument is for that. You know, do they have one? I'm sure they do. Everybody wants to argue their side about something.
Yeah, bring that precept. You got that precept you was holding, King?
Oh, the other day it was Matthew 15:4 is what it was. But all I was doing was using yeah, I should. I was just using that to prove the point that our emotional content really doesn't mean anything, right? So, because in 15:4 it says, Matthew 15:4 says, "For God commanded, saying, Honor thy father and thy mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death." I find it funny that he used killing a kid as an example against that, because he went and struck at the heart of something that you wouldn't do, right?
Okay.
And it's funny because the Most High feels the same way. He could have tested Abraham on anything. Instead, he tested him on killing his son.
Okay.
I mean, that is, what greater test could you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
But killing your own son. You know what I'm saying? If the Most High started talking to you personally, you would be excited until he told you to off Savan. Then we're gonna have, then even if God could stand in front of you and you may hesitate on that one, right? But a lot of people don't realize, even when Abraham brought his son up there, his son Isaac didn't buck at it. His son Isaac actually went along with it. How righteous is Isaac at a young age to be like, okay, I'll die for the God that you're talking to, Dad.
Right, man.
Isaac can't hear him. Isaac can't hear him. He's literally having faith in his father. Okay, Dad, you're going to kill me for this guy. I trust you. I love you. Imagine that. A lot of people don't talk about that. They talk about the sacrifice that Abraham's going to do, but they don't talk about the fact that Isaac didn't resist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there is no greater test than putting your children on the line, right? That's why I feel that Yahushua answered that way. I could have answered, you didn't do this, you don't do this, you don't do that. I could say all those things, but let's get real. It said, kill your son if you didn't die. You know, your son dies a death if he doesn't honor you. Where was that at? Let's get to the raw, right? And even now, some people listening to this now, you're gonna have some people who are gonna be like, who are truthful with themselves, but like, I don't know if I could do that. What's the result if you don't? Right? If you don't kill these kids, the result are these tweakers that are in the middle of the street. The result is, I don't know if you guys, there's a story on the news right now about some little 13-year-old girl who killed her mom and then took her mom's phone and tried to act like her mom and lure her dad home so that she could kill him. When he opens the door, she didn't count for the recoil and didn't shoot, and was at point blank range, missed his face, hit his shoulder.
Wow.
So just improper fire and grip saved this dude's life. Right.
I'm not surprised.
And so, right, you know what I'm saying? And so people in firearms, you know, they don't know what the hell. So this is the kind of thing that we're dealing with. You would have seen this dishonor in this child long before that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And if she didn't kill her parents, who would she have killed? You know what I'm saying? She would have been like, fuck you, mom, and probably grew up and left the house. Parents are like, shit, as long as that kid's gone. Well, now you have that kid out in the world who will have a kid at some point.
If you can kill your parents, you can kill anybody, King.
Right. Right. So you see, you know what I'm saying? There are instances where you need to kill people, and that's just what it is because of future generations. Literally, you see some of these tweakers out here on the corner, no matter what nation they're from, and you see that how these people probably are with their parents. All of them will tell you, well, I swindled my parents so bad they won't even talk to me anymore. I can't even call my parents for help. Yada yada yada. You hear that all the time, right? And so, had God's laws been adhered to, this is why we have to lead the other nations at the end of all of this. Right? They become our slaves, and then all of a sudden we lead them. Why? Because they too also have to understand you can't let that child live. If they can disrespect their parents, they can do anything. Anything may happen later. And it doesn't, when you're younger, that doesn't seem that serious, right? And that's the point. You're a lesser being. You don't understand the science of making organics. So you don't understand what can happen later. You only have like this little finite, you can't even interpret time correctly, right? 1,000 years to you is like only a day to me. You don't understand. I see what happens at the end of the day. You don't. Right? So some of these things, so he answered that way. He answered, yo, you don't kill your kids when they're disrespectful. He went hard when he answered that way. He did that on purpose because they know they had no answer for that. None of us do.
Hey, King, so the brother he started a new live.
All right, let's go over it.
Yeah, so let's head over there, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwame Ashrala. You know what I'm saying?
Kwame Ashrala. I see you over there.
Come.